is an enormously complex, interrelated organism. The way the world actually is an enormously complex, interrelated organism. The same problem arises in medicine, because the body is a very complexly interrelated organism. And if you look at the body in a superficial way, you may see there's something wrong with it. Here's chickenpox, and there's spots that itch. You might say, well, spots are there, cut them off. So you kill the bug. Well, then you find you've got a real problem. Because you have to introduce some bugs to kill the bug. It's like bringing rabbits into Australia. And that starts going all over the place and getting out of this. But then you think, but now wait a minute. It wasn't the bugs in the blood. There are bugs all over the place. What was wrong with this person? That his blood system suddenly became vulnerable to those particular bugs. His resistance wasn't up. Therefore, what you should have given was not an antibiotic, but vitamins. Okay, so we're going to build up his resistance. But resistance to what? You may build up resistance to this and this and this class of bugs, but then there's another one that loves that situation. It comes right in. The way the world actually is an enormously complex, interrelated organism. The way the world actually is an enormously complex, interrelated organism. See, we always look at the human being medically in bits and pieces. Because we have heart specialists, lung specialists, bone specialists, nerve specialists, and so on. And so on. And they each see the human being from their point of view. There are a few generalists, but they realize the human body is so complicated that no one mind can understand it. And furthermore, supposing we do succeed in healing all these people of their diseases, what do we then do about the population problem? I mean, we've stopped cholera, the black bubonic plague, we're getting the better of tuberculosis, we may fix cancer and heart disease. Then what will people die of? Well, then let's go on living. There'll be enormous quantities of it. Then we have to fix this birth thing. Pills for everybody. Then we find what are the effects, the side effects of those pills? What are the psychological effects upon men and women of not breeding children in the usual way? We don't know. 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 The way the world actually is an enormously complex, interrelated organism. The way the world actually is an enormously complex, interrelated organism.
All right, check. Hello. Welcome to Chili's. How you doing, guys, on this Wednesday afternoon? Well, I guess it is afternoon, but it's pretty late. Got started a little bit early today because I don't think this is going to be a very long live stream. I don't know if I just went into an accent there. Live stream. Unfortunately, my uncle passed away the other night, and I kind of just want some time to handle that. It sucks. It really does. He didn't even make it to 50. But he had a happy life at the end. Besides all the medical issues. But yeah, this is probably going to be about 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes tops. After that, I got a session. And then before that, I'm going to go get some food real quick because I haven't eaten today. But yeah. We shot up all the way up to 13.8, I believe. Let's go ahead and check out the wicks. Let's see. Oh, why did I put that in front of that? Yeah, 13.8. So you guys know me. I look at averages. So far, so good. We're still holding that 13.4 resistance on the averages. That's what matters to me. We still got the bearish divergence in play. And we're back down to 13,130, 179. So what my plan is going forward is I am going to try to get a short off of 13.4 if we do happen to go back up and retest that, hopefully form a double top. And then what I'm expecting from there, let me turn down the music just a little bit more. What I'm expecting to hear, my bad, my brain is so jumbled, I'm sorry. What I'm expecting to happen is a inverse head and shoulders off of the perhaps 11.2, 11.1 resistance. And then from there, rock it up to retest 13.4, 13.8, whatever we might get to that time. Now, hopefully from there, we go ahead and have another retest. This one right here, after we come back down and retest again, once we finally get above that 13.4 resistance, it could really go either way. My money is on the downside to go back down and retest 12.4, 12.5 to 13.4. Reason being is I do think we want to be a little bit closer, and that would give us plenty of time. We'll probably end up sometime around January is when that might possibly happen. So we're talking a lot in the future here. But that's what we're trying to focus on now. We're trying to figure out where these macro patterns are going to end up, where this breakout is going to happen that, you know, leads up into the bull run. So we do have to deal with a ascending wedge, which is, you know, very, very bearish to begin with. So it makes sense to me that we go ahead and have a breakdown. Now, could we go even further down than 13.4? Abso-freaking-lutely. All right. The target off of this ascending wedge was not supposed to be, you know, the lower 3,000s, but it did happen. So who's to say that we don't get up to 16.8 and then dump all the way back down to 10,000, end up on that macro support here that we've been holding for our past couple of years, and then go ahead and just start charging upwards, and then eventually hit that S curve when we do happen to break past the $20,000 resistance, 19, 20,000, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I'm expecting on Bitcoin. So short term, I am looking for a short. It is kind of up in the air at the moment, whether or not we will go back up and test 13.4 again. But that's my opinion on Bitcoin. It makes total sense to me. That way we can build some solid support to go ahead and, you know, either one, have to break through it again. Probably look a little bit something like this. Either a double bottom off of this. All right. Maybe we extend it all the way to the line. Who knows? That would be some, you know, middle of 2022. So really not looking forward to that if that does happen. But we're probably looking for somewhere around October, July, August of next year to kind of hit that bottom. Obviously, we can be surprised and this ascending wedge breaks upwards. I'm just trying to put my opinion out there. Because it would be nice to have this support kind of lead us up into the bull run, but I highly doubt it. With how strong this support is, it just makes sense that that's going to be our platform for the way up. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at ETH. Nothing's really changed on ETH. Like I said, it's pretty much an if this then that statement. We're looking at the 337, 335 resistance / support. As long as we hold above that, I do think we should be hitting an S curve somewhere around, I would say, February, March, April. Now, obviously, it could extend itself a little bit further over to July, like a lot of the other altcoins. Now, in particular, we took a look at this on last live stream. But for me, I am keeping my eyes on LTC for the break of this capitulation. We don't have too much longer. It could happen any day now. If anything, the end of capitulation is around the beginning of the year. LTC does have these nice capitulations and then solid breakouts. So I am looking to get a buy-in as soon as that diagonal is broken. So keep your eyes on that if you do want a nice play. We talked about what my targets for the bull run might be, but there's no guarantees on that. Absolutely no guarantees. I'm just kind of doing basic math off of what happened in the last bull run. So I am looking for somewhere around $2,500 to $3,000. Obviously, Litecoin, it's not the, everybody's favorite coin, but it is there. If Bitcoin is going to be the gold, Litecoin might as well be the silver. And it makes sense that if we were up at those higher price targets in the hundreds of thousands on Bitcoin, that Litecoin would be somewhere in the thousands. So that's just my opinion on that. And let's go ahead and say hi real quick. I've been trying to breeze through this so fast. Let's see. Andrew, hey, how you doing, man? Reckless, sometime today. Let's get it. How you doing, man? Mark, how's it going? Pretty good. Like I said, my uncle did pass away the other night. And, I didn't know him all that well. I've hung out with him multiple times, but he wasn't someone that I saw regularly. What really broke me was the voicemail that I got from my dad, and just hearing him absolutely broken. That hurt, because it's his brother. Obviously, that's a lot more substantial, but it sucks. It sucks, man. Death always sucks, but death implies life. Sorry to hear that. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry for your loss, Kite. Let me know if you want to hang. Take it easy and stay strong, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, James. Sorry for your loss. Take care of yourself. Absolutely, man. I'm trying. Like I said, we're trying to lose this weight. We're doing pretty good so far. And I just want to live as long as possible for myself, my kids, my family, so they don't have to go through the same pain. Because my granddad is an absolute mess right now. He's lost 2 children over the past 2.5 years. So I don't know. I'm sure his heart is broken. I shorted 13.8 last night. That's amazing, man. Awesome job. I wish I would have got that entry, but with it being above 13.4, I just didn't want to take the chance until we had a proper candle by the close. Now that we got that coming up here shortly in about 2 hours, I'm just looking for that retest of 13.4, hopefully to make a double top and then force our way back down. Hey, Kite, didn't expect to get on this early, man. What's up? Nothing much. You already heard the news. I'm just trying to make this short and sweet. That way, people coming on to the stream, maybe it'll be about 15, 20 minutes. That way, it's an easy watch for a lot of people. Let me just make sure my microphone's not okay, because it keeps bugging out since I reset my PC. It does this weird audio bug. LTC is well established and easy to buy. Absolutely, man. That's why I want you guys to keep taking a look at it. I got the same plan. And hopefully that will add to my stack nicely. If we do get a nice bull run this time, I mean, that would be a good couple. Let's see. If we do happen to make it up to $3,000, that would not be anything to scoff at. If we can get a buy-in around maybe 70 to 65, yeah, that would be a cool 4,000% if we got up to 3,000. So definitely something to take a look at for an easy buy and hold. And you know what? There's this running joke that me and my dad have, because my uncle has died countless times. Like, he has probably died 5 or 6 times over the past 10 years. All right, so we've had this running joke where, I'd say that he has 9 lives and he's running out of them. And, it really did hurt to, talk to my dad and say, well, he finally ran out. But he got more than enough chances, and, obviously would have loved for him to live longer, but it is what it is. And I closed my long at 1382. I was looking to short, but I couldn't. Hey, at least you got a really nice take profit. That's what matters. Obviously, always nice to get back-to-back trades, but you got the most out of that one, man. Definitely. LTC has the cheapest transfer fees, doesn't it? Probably. Next to like EOS, which I think is nothing. But yeah, probably definitely the cheapest transfer fees. Yep, so we're hitting the 15-minute mark now, so start shooting me coins. I'll take a look at some of the ones that we've been looking at over the other past couple days. We'll take a look at Digimite's not doing so well, not doing so hot. Hopefully, let's see. Actually, it could be coming to a capitulation here soon. You can see a nice descending wedge here. Wish I would have saw that earlier. I could have probably called that this would have dipped down a little bit lower. But yeah, if this does continue to follow this path of this descending wedge, that would look for a breakout sometime around November to the end of, to the beginning of December. Target would be coming out of it pretty large. I mean, that would bring us back up to where it was all the way back at 35 cents. So keep your eyes on that. Keep a lookout for a breakout of this descending wedge on Digibite. Neo. Let's see. All right, Neo, the most important thing right now is that we do hold the 15.95 cent mark. Well, $15.95 mark. This last local high. It could dip below that, but we don't really want it to. Now, the only problem is we are sitting in a head and shoulders pattern on Neo. You can see that right here. So who's telling how far down this could go? Obviously, it looks like, I mean, if it does happen to break the neckline here, which it looks like it's already doing, but we do have a little bit of leeway because it is on a diagonal. I would say if we do happen to break past this $15 support, we could possibly see it fall back down to $12.47. Makes the most sense to me. That's the last local high on that. Now, the major thing is going to be if it does happen to break past $32.51. That's going to give us a lot of headroom towards the top. We have a little bit of minor resistance at $40, but other than that, we're looking for $89 to be tested next. And also, we're probably going to get trapped between $45 and $40, and it kind of use the $32 as support once that does happen to kick into play. But we do have a nice double bottom, so obviously holding the horizontal resistance, which we are below it right now at $19, is going to be the macro play on that. UMA. Take a look at UMA. Not really seeing a definitive pattern on UMA unless this is, maybe there's a little bit more price action to go off of. Absolutely, yes, there is. All right, so it looks like we could fall back down onto the support around $6.73. That would make sense to me. And there's not really anything I can do with that. But yeah, that's looking for capitulation on the lower time frames sometime around November as well. So it's kind of lining up with some of the other altcoins like Digibite. NASDAQ, S&P. Okay, we can take a look at that. Is what it is. Let's see. So we took a look at this the other day. We are in a double top. Our horizontal neckline is at $321. Did we wick down to that? I don't know. Let's go ahead and try to figure that out. Oh, pretty close. We're almost there. So if that doesn't hold, we're probably going to drop back down to 302. If you want to do SPY technical analysis. But yeah, that's support right there. We'll probably fall back down to 300 and get a bounce there. If not, we probably could look at something like this. I mean, that would suck, but that is a possible pattern that could play out of this. So let's not see it. You don't want to see that. All right, back to Bitcoin. But yeah, we're sitting at 19 minutes, so we'll say about 5 minutes left. Any other coins anybody want? I was trying to go grab me some grub before this session starts. Sorry to cut it short, guys. I think it's a win-win, to be honest. Having the live stream be an hour long, it's a good thing for people that are watching live and like to kind of chat and follow along. But for the people that can't watch it and have to come home from work, it's a little bit harder for them to get through the full thing. So it's better if it's around 15, 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Hold on, we're gonna change our white balance here because I'm a little bit too white. Oh, it's on auto, that's why. That doesn't look good. Oh, that's a little bit better. A little bit more natural. XTZ. Take a look at XTZ. We talked about this the other day. I remember that. Fell through the macro support. If anything, we should probably follow. Fall back onto $1.81. I believe we're working pretty close to it, so that makes sense. But that is the next major support that you would want to hold. Now, if you look at this from a little bit longer back, this actually is a nice pattern here. This is a ascending triangle that broke out to the upside, and we did reach our target on it. So with us reaching our target on it, if we can go back down to 1.8 and then go ahead and retest that support, we could actually go a lot higher. Us being past this diagonal support is not really the issue. The issue is if we fall through the 1.8 support. If that happens, it's a little bit iffy. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully, catching off of one of these, probably 1.3 or 1.7. Hopefully in a diagonal formation, that's going to be best. But like I said, with this being an ascending triangle, this section here, boom, 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 boom. Ascending triangle, reached our target, coming back down to retest. Completely natural. So love to see that. We did look at Ethereum. Nothing's really changed on that. As long as we hold above 337, same plan is in play. What's your opinion on silver? I don't really dabble in physical currencies like that. I do hold a little bit of gold, not too much silver though. I have like a couple coins that my granddad gave me, but besides that, nothing really much. I don't know. I can't really give you a proper opinion on that. Obviously, having something physical is always going to be, maybe not always, but for the foreseeable future, it's going to be at least decent. Also, long time no talk. Hope all is well, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Everything is going pretty good. We've had some hiccups past couple days, but I can't even, it's not a hiccup. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. All right, with that being said, guys, I know it's a short live stream. We didn't really get the time to talk about other things besides Bitcoin, altcoins. I usually like to get into some conversations besides financial things. But I gotta go grab me some food. Got a session coming up, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Only reason I asked about silver is because all the gold that was just found was all. I don't know if that's a finished thing. Have a good one, my dude. Kyle, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Hey, man, I'm sorry to hear about your uncle. I went through almost the same situation a few months ago. I agree to see how it affects your dad. It definitely was one of the worst parts. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Halloween plans, fish costume. I might get fish a costume. That sounds like a good plan. But besides that, there's really not much. I might buy a little bit of candy this year to see if anybody comes, but I highly doubt it. I know a lot of places are doing like trunk or treat. That seems to be the main thing because it's outside. Well, I mean, it is outside anyways. I don't think people want people going to other people's houses. That's all. Kind of sucks, man. Corona's just kind of wrecked this year. I can only imagine what is going to happen if there ever was going to be a second wave. All right, and obviously, I don't. It is what it is. All right, people talking about a second wave. If there was going to be a second wave, I don't know how they're going to handle like Black Friday and Christmas shopping. That seems like the place where people would get wrecked. All right, financially, physically, and their health, because they're probably going to get sick. I I can only imagine. I'm just looking forward to all the videos of people trying to run in the stores. It's just going to be a weird year when it comes to Black Friday. I'm glad I don't work in retail anymore. I worked one Black Friday at Target, and I didn't have to work inside. Thank God. I was the cart boy. But that night alone, I think I walked 37 miles. I walked 37 miles just charging carts from outside, inside, outside, inside. That was terrible. It hurt me. I could not walk the next day. I had shin splints for like the next 2 weeks. Enjoy your grub. Hope you and your family take care. Thank you, Crypto Kev. Appreciate it very much. You have a good night as well, man. Good stream, bud. I'll see you on the next one. Hope this short hits. Absolutely, man. I think it just makes the most sense when you look at how this pattern is playing out. If not, I mean, that's absolutely fine by me. We'll charge up to 16.8, get rejected, fall back down onto this diagonal support, hopefully ride it up, and then hit this curve right here. Falfa hair growing out like that. All right, guys. No more stalling. We're at 26 minutes. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. In the description, there is the Patreon for the Telegram group if you guys want to follow along. I'm not necessarily doing a whole lot of scalping anymore, so if you are looking for a Telegram to follow along with scalping, this one ain't it. If I do happen to see a nice position, I might call it out. But right now, we're focusing on the macros, especially with us kind of approaching and only having a couple good trades left before we finally enter price discovery. But that's in the description as well. If you guys want to hit me up for lessons, that's always an option. You can either message me on Discord for the details or go to Patreon. As well as that, first link in the description is the Bybit affiliate link. If you guys want to join that, we can go ahead and get started on giveaways for the channel. Like I said, we have a couple $100 in there. As soon as we get to maybe 1,000, I'm looking to do a giveaway. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. And yeah, have a good, what's today? Today's Wednesday, right? So have a good Thursday, and I'll see you on Friday, all right? Peace out, guys. Love you. Let's see. Ending soon or be right back? All right. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.
Everybody's broken, everybody's beat up, man, and everybody's like just kind of just trying to get through Hillwick now. And
so this is a view of the world as a system of mutual exploitation and of maximal selfishness. Now, it's a very profitable view to explore. Everybody should do in their lifetime sometime two things. One is to consider death, to observe skulls and skeletons, consider death, and to wonder what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Never. That is a very gloomy thing for contemplation, but it's like manure. Just as manure fertilizes the plants and so on. So the contemplation of death and the acceptance of death is very highly generative of creative life. You'll get wonderful things out of that. And the other thing to contemplate is to follow the possibility of the are totally selfish. That you don't have a good thing to be said for you at all. You're a complete, utter rascal. You're a complete, utter rascal. Now, the Christians have avoided this. Because although they say in their Episcopalian form of confession that we have erred and strayed from thy ways like lost sheep, and we have followed too much the devices and desires of our own hearts, too much. We have offended against thy holy laws. We have left undone those things we ought to have done, and done those things which we ought not to have done, and there is no health in us. But it ought to be different. And we're going to do our best to amend with the help of God's grace. That is a real con act. If you equate health with genuine love and perfect unselfishness, then in that sense there is no health in us when we look at ourselves from this point of view. Consider death. To observe skulls and skeletons, consider death. And to wonder what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Never. Consider death. To observe skulls and skeletons, consider death. And to wonder what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Never. Akira.
This ain't no middle of the mile, bitch.
You love yourself in terms of what is mother. In terms of what is mother. You